Hi everybody, this is Mr Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you happy? I hope so. Here I am with you all once again as October looms over the horizon and the long shadows of winter creep ever nearer. Yes, it's time to take a rummage through what I like to call my email inbox. Another selection of your questions and comments await. So without any more dilly-dallying and lollygagging, let's have our first question for today. Why do people use the expression, you know, while speaking English? Do you know what I'm doing? I'm looking at one of my videos. Please yourself. This interesting question comes from Nicole, who lives in Canada. First, it is worth noting that during everyday speech, people tend to use involuntary phrases and words in their sentences. It is common to hear people use phrases such as, you know, as a way of reinforcing their statement. It is a kind of phrasal tic, a speech habit. It is supposed to add emphasis to the point a person is making. You know, it is what I do when I'm telling you something. You know. Another speech habit is where the person says yeah, in, or at the end of almost every sentence. My mate goes down to the shops, yeah, 'cause he's out of bread, yeah, and when he gets there, yeah, the place is closed. This can be a little annoying to listen to. My mate Bill, he is a lawyer, yeah, and he says he can help you get your money back, yeah. Other phrasal tics include repeatedly using actually or basically, as well as I know, as another person is explaining something or talking about their problems. Basically, actually, you know, yeah. It's annoying. A nice email. I have received a nice email from Rachel, who lives in Hong Kong. Rachel writes to say that she discovered my YouTube English lessons through her teacher, who plays my videos in the classroom during each English lesson. Well, Rachel, your teacher is not the only one doing this. Many schools around the world are now using my video lessons in their classrooms too. So I'm happy to hear they have proved useful to both you and your classmates. Take care and a big ni hao ma to everyone watching in Hong Kong. Why don't you allow comments on your Ask Mr Duncan videos? This question was sent in by Justina, who lives in Poland. The reason why I do not allow comments on my Ask Mr Duncan videos is so that questions are not left on them. As there are so many videos now, it would be impossible to check them for new questions. So I took the difficult decision to block comments on them. This does not mean that I do not want to hear from you, and you are more than welcome to leave comments under all my full lessons, as well as my main Duncan in China video channel. There is also my Facebook page too, and of course I always welcome your questions and comments at my email address, mrduncan@ymail.com. Your offers of work and employment. I have recently received several emails from various organisations and individuals asking for my personal services regarding teaching for them on their own websites using video and audio. Unfortunately, because of my heavy workload at the moment, I can only focus my attention on my own work here on YouTube. As of this time, my days are taken up with writing, filming and editing, as well as the important daily maintenance, which includes reading through the many emails I receive each week from my students. As I mentioned in my last Ask Mr Duncan, I really hate saying no, but on this occasion I must decline all of the offers. What are the differences between the words make and do, and how do we use them? Note to self: don't forget to put the rubbish out tomorrow morning before you leave.
You are such an idiot. Can't you remember a simple thing like putting your trash out?
Don't you hate it when technology answers you back? Cheeky thing. This question comes from Alim, who lives in the Ukrainian Republic of Crimea. There is a definite difference between these two words in that one refers to actions where something is created or made. Make a pie. Make a hole. Make a video. Make money. Although the last example has two meanings: to create money or to earn money. The word do tends to be used when describing an action where something is achieved. Do the laundry. Do your homework. Do some gardening. Do generally relates to work that will be done or has been completed. However, there are times when both can be used. For example, you can make a portrait or you can do a portrait. In this case, one describes the work and the other describes the result of the work. In the past tense, we did a portrait or we made a portrait. Synonyms of make include build, construct, create, compose, craft, and put together. The opposite of make is destroy. Some animal idioms. Believe it or not, there are many idioms in English relating to animals. Straight from the horse's mouth. To hear something or get information directly from a person who is most involved or connected to the subject in hand. I got this information straight from the horse's mouth. To work like a dog. This means to work for very little reward or to be treated badly in your job. My boss makes me work like a dog. To be as happy as a pig in mud. To feel content and satisfied with your situation. I'm as happy as a pig in mud. The bee's knees. Something that is of a high standard or quality. This new TV is the bee's knees. Crocodile tears. To cry and shed tears without feeling any real emotion. You pretend to cry. A bull in a china shop. To rush into a situation without thinking it through. Or to be careless. Dressed up like a dog's dinner. A person who wears clothes that are over-stylish or unsuitable for their age. He or she is dressed up like a dog's dinner. How do I understand the meaning of words while reading English books? This question was sent in by Dulani, who comes from Sri Lanka, but is now studying here in the UK with her husband. Well, as far as improving your English goes, it all depends on your own level of English and how difficult the text is to understand in the first place. It is always tempting to avoid reading books which have been written in a very simple way, using basic English. Some English students find them insulting and patronizing, but the fact is you have to start somewhere. Although this is not your situation, there is no shame in an adult reading books aimed at young children, if they provide the education needed. I think the hardest part of learning a new language for an adult is accepting the feeling of learning like a child. But in fact, learning any new skill often starts with the most basic elements. I always say that everything starts with ABC. The best way to learn is through grasping the basics. For your particular situation, I would recommend that you buy or borrow a dictionary that has been written in your own language and has the English translation for each word placed alongside those listed. These days, English translation dictionaries are available in a wide range of languages. It is an invaluable tool for improving your grasp of the language while boosting your word power at the same time. I hope this is helpful to you, Delani, and a big hello to your husband, Thamula. I hope you both have a great time here in the UK. It's that time again. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and any passing extraterrestrials curious about life on this planet, it's here again, the feature they tried to stop, suppress, ban and forbid, but couldn't. This week's word is obnoxious. This is a negative word which describes a person who is hateful or has a cruel and cold nature. They are unbearable and detestable. The word is often confused with arrogant, which means a person who shows off and likes to boast and brag. So that person would be arrogant and obnoxious. They would be hated and detested because they brag. The opposite of obnoxious is nice. Another nice email. I have received a nice email from Romy, who comes from Brazil, but now lives in Japan. Romy enjoys watching my English videos, especially the ones about happiness and sadness, and the ones about the human body, the weather, and the variations within English. I see from your email that you teach Spanish, English, and Portuguese there in Japan. Okay, we get it, thank you. That must keep you very busy indeed. Good luck with your work, Romy, and thank you for your special cheer for me. Viva Mr Duncan! Viva English! Viva all of you! Before I press the eject button and leave you all again, I would like to say a special hello to all my new students, including Carey, Vieira, Angelica, Nina, Hector, Sareth, Musa, Zakia, Carlos, Sufarat, Mudassa, Gloria, and all the many others who have joined me here on YouTube and on my Facebook page too. Just to let you know, right now I'm preparing 2 new lessons, one of which was filmed during my recent holiday abroad. Where did I go? All will be revealed in the not too distant future. That is all from me for this week. I will see you all again soon with some more of your questions and comments. Until then, this is Mr Duncan in England saying thank you for asking me. And of course, ta-ta for now.
Mm.